Hello and welcome to Parents Guide to Games. Here are the games coming out March 20th, 2018. The first game on our list is Attack on Titan 2. This is coming out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch. The rating is mature. The content descriptions are blood and gore, language, partial nudity, and violence. This is an action-adventure game based on the characters and events in the series on Attack on Titan. Players assume the role of a young soldier who, along with a unit, battles giant man-eating titans that threaten towns and villages. As characters fly around battlefields with wired jetpacks, they use swords, cut off titan limbs, killing them and slashing at the back of the neck. Battles are highlighted by large splatters of blood when titans are hit. Flashing bows often result in large blood splatter effects. Standing in environments in the camera, titans sometimes depict eating human characters, in one instance biting off the character's limb. Through the game, titans are depicted nude with exposed buttocks, although they lack dissembled genitalia. Swear words appear in the dialogue. Next up is Sea of Thieves. This is coming out on Xbox One and PC. The rating is teen. The content descriptions are crude humor, use of alcohol, and violence. This is an action-adventure game which players assume the role of a pirate exploring a vast open world of oceans and islands. From a first-person perspective, players sail ships, search for treasure, and engage in sea battles with rivals. On land, players can shoot and slash skeleton-like creatures. Enemies generally disappear with whiffs of smoke. At sea, players can shoot cannons at opposing ships, causing them to capsize and sink. During the course of the game, player characters can drink muds of grog, resulting in screen blurring effects. Belching and hiccuping sounds are sometimes heard. Characters may also vomit after drinking too much grog. Green vomit is sometimes dripping down the screen. Now let's take a look at Titan Quest. This is coming out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One. The rating is teen. Content descriptions are suggestive themes and violence. This is a role-playing game which players battle mythical monsters from ancient Greece to Egypt and China. From an overhead perspective, players engage in hand-to-hand combat using swords, arrows, magic spells to summon creatures and golems. One creature's health meter runs out, the dying creature will scream and fall to the ground or be knocked back. Cutscenes sometimes depict battles close up, with characters flailing around, hit by arrows, turned to stone, or slashed with swords. Some female characters wear outfits that reveal deep cleavage. A gray Medusa enemy briefly appears with bare breasts, although no nipples are depicted. Now let's break out with A Way Out. This is coming out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The rating is mature. The content descriptions are blood, intense violence, nudity, strong language, and sexual content. A Way Out is exclusively co-op adventure where you play the role of 1 or 2 prisoners making their daring escape from prison. While it begins with a thrilling breakout, quickly turns into an unpredictable, emotional adventure unlike anything else you've seen or played before. A Way Out is an experience that must be played with 2 players. Each player controls 1 main character, Leo and Vincent, and the reluctant alliance that breaks out of prison and gains their freedom. Together you'll explore notions of trust and consequences of your choices begin to catch up with you. It's time to solve cases with Detective Pikachu. This is coming on Nintendo 3DS. The rating is everyone. The content descriptions are comic mischief and cartoon violence. This is an adventure game which players help a young man and Pikachu search for a missing character. As players progress through the story, they interact with characters, investigate scenes for evidence, and deduce various mysteries. Some interactions lead to sequences which players match time button presses to perform various actions, defusing a time bomb, attacking enemies with electricity, avoiding enemy attacks. The game contains some mild instances of comic mischief and innuendo. A character belching up a purple cloud of gas, Pikachu leaning over and making heavy sounds, dialogue such as "Calm down everyone, no need to fight over me, there's plenty to go around." Ni no Kuni 2 Reverend Kingdom is up next. This is coming out on PlayStation 4 and PC. The rating is teen. The content descriptions are fantasy violence and mild blood. This is an adventure role-playing game which players assume the role of a man helping a half-human child defeat an enemy forced to become king. From a third-person perspective, players explore environments and engage in melee combat against fantasy creatures. Players use swords, fireballs, pistols, and arrows to defeat enemies. Combat is highlighted by impact sounds, cries of pain, and occasional gunfire. A handful of cutscenes depict quick splashes of blood when a character is shot. And the last game on today's list is Pure Farming 2018. This is coming out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The rating is everyone. This is a farming simulation game which players run a modern-day farm. Players use a variety of agricultural machines to cultivate fields, harvest, and sell crops. Thank you to bensound.com for the music track. You can also follow Parents Guide to Games on Twitter at ParentsG2G, on Facebook at Parents Guide to Games. You can check out our daily blog at parentsg2g.blogspot.com, and also email us with questions and concerns at parentsg2g@gmail.com. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.